Good morning, everybody. Welcome to pre-market update. This morning CPI came lower than expected. I think they were saying it's going to be 3%, 3.1%, and then it came to be 3%. So markets are pumping. You can see it's already, you can see here, expected is to 3% below forecast. So that's what we got, and we're going higher. But on the right side, this is daily chart. You can see we are getting a 7 count sell signal. We have to be very, very careful. This is S&P 500 futures. And every time we get a signal like that, you have to be on a red alert. You can see here almost 4% decline here after that signal, 7, 8 count signal here, decline 2%. Here we had not much decline. Here this was unplanned, but now we're getting a warning, and we have to take warning seriously, guys, especially when we have this extended rally. And you can see, for example, here we had a similar thing, as a massive sell-off. Market came almost close to new all-time high, and then we got also a sell signal, and then that was it. And next couple of days, market went sideways, and then we had a big crash here of almost 22%. All right. Here we had a 7 count sell signal. A couple of days later, big crash here. Here we have 7 counts down. So take this seriously. Here it was kind of just one day event, but you have to take these events seriously. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Even if I go to weekly chart on S&P 500, uh, we got this drawdown. Weekly was telling us. So you have to take both daily and weekly signals into perspective before you decide. You can see weekly was giving us count boom down here. Here on weekly comes back down later. Here also you can see weekly went up a couple of days, a couple of weeks and went higher. So there are definitely warning signs building as we are going higher. And also today especially we are in a sell zone here. You can see here S&P 500 futures are in the sell zone. You really want to buy in the green zone, not here. So I took a nice trade yesterday on tqqq. I had a nice profit. We bought when the market was here, and we made more than 4%. So it was somewhere here I bought, and then I sold somewhere here. So it was around 4%, around 11, around before 12 12 p.m. I sold, and it was very, very healthy profit. So one day you just have to wait for market to come back to this nice green zone. Let market do its thing. Do not chase it. All right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And on Nasdaq, similar story here. You can see MNQ also giving a 7 count sell signal. So be very careful. Take this warning seriously. You can see here Nasdaq gave us a sell signal 3 days, 7, 8, 9, boom down. So I'm a bit cautious here. I I I want I don't I'm not gonna buy it here, like you all know. We'll just wait for green lines to come at minimum, or maybe I'll wait for a couple of days until this dust settles. Bitcoin, same story. So you can see all the indices have same story in the red sell zone, but Bitcoin is a bit weaker still. We'll see how market behaves. They're opening on a gap up this morning, so they might start to fill that gap. Let's look at the daily charts. VIX, you can see, is now crushing here. Let's see, they could come to fill this gap. If that happens, then market will keep going higher. But again, I'm not going to be participating in this market until we get a nice pullback. So this is daily chart. Let's look at some other charts, quad chart, and see how things are going. This is a quad chart, and we still have room on our side to hit this top red line, which is usually where it stalls. And also the target could be 68.73 on US 500. If you look at MES chart, target is around 68.97. So yeah, it could go a little higher, but again, there are some conflicts. Some of the signals are telling me to be a bit careful, so we have to respect that. This is a point of control. They are exploring a new area. This is all-time high, so you can see they're exploring a new area. There's nothing here. Most likely or not, they will bring it back down to point of control 67.59. That's what I'm thinking. So from where we are right now, that's going to be around 0.33% down. Like if I go to MES chart, it will also show you similar story. So we are looking for around 16,795 There's some support around 6,800, okay, but then most major support is around 67.84 on MES. So just be mindful of that. All right, let's keep looking at some of the other stocks. Bitcoin, like I said, bouncing off from 200 moving average in front of some resistance. This is BTC futures resistance here. Just remember, worst case, if we do get a decline, we could be coming back to fill some of these gaps. Like this is live market. You can see we made a new high, but that high was also on a divergent high, all right? And we made a new low. That low was not divergent low. So ideally, we would like to make a new low and then go higher, like here, to find some divergence. But we'll see what they want to do. You can see similar story here. Could be coming to fill some of these gaps at the bottom. Tesla after earnings found support here. There was a gap they filled. I can show you on 1 hour chart, and then they just bounced after that. You can see this was a gap down. This gap here, this was gap up here on 13th October. They filled that and then just continue keeping it higher. However, this is not the level you want to be buying, especially on weekly. You can see weekly so giving a sell signal. I think that could be the top. The signal is very accurate. Maybe not 100% accurate, but again, just be careful. Um, I would really like to buy below 395 and then 368. Nvidia also trying to go above all moving average, but right in front of 20 SMA. So let's see if they can break out or gonna break down. Microsoft is up 0.47%. Let's see. Apple is another catalyst, but there's a big gap here, not filled to 53. Google just keep going higher. Amazon also looks all right at this gap fill right now. Facebook is also looking all right. Once looks like fill some of these gap. avgo is pretty bullish, almost 3% up. Must be some news, not sure what. But yeah, opening on a gap up. Netflix also trying to make a bottom. We'll wait for bottom to form. CrowdStrike also at new all-time high right now, and ServiceNow opening above all moving average. Interesting. Let's see if they can finally do that. That's going to be a very explosive move. Bond market sell-off, sell signal. Crude oil after a nice rally in front of some major resistance here. Last time it rallied, 20 moving average went down. Last time near 50 moving average went down. So let's see, it could make a high, lower high, and then or lower low and then make a new high. We'll see, but it needs to pull back first, especially in USO. You can see this is a live cash market, massive gaps. Usually they come back to fill some of these gaps. They don't just go. You can see gap downs here. They come back to fill that gap. So we'll see. Probably they're going to come back at some point. Natural gas is hanging around nicely, but big gap here too. Gold is going a little lower. Ideally, I really like if you go to weekly chart, really this is a nice pace here. Like last time we had this, we can see similar story here. Came back like a couple of weeks, bounce, and came back and gave like what? How much was down? 19% down, and then we had a pickup again. All right. So whenever we get these bullish rallies, gold usually comes back to earth and touch this 50 moving average weekly. Did it touch it here? You can see weekly 50. So let's keep that in mind and keep that as a target. It's going higher. So by the time it comes down, probably going to be around 3,500 in my opinion. Silver is also just bear flag, probably going to go down. Um, uh, if you really want to buy, this is sugar is in a nice spot. So I will be looking for a long trades. Sugar is in a very nice buy area. So I will see if I can get some of these commodities in sugar. Wheat is also in a nice buy zone. Corn is a bit higher. So I'll wait and watch. This is dollar just hanging around above all moving averages. What else is here? Oil miners are pumping. You can see all of them. CNQ massive gap up, Suncore gap up, XOM gap up. So we'll see when they bring it back. CPI now breaking down because of tariff news, but markets don't care about tariff. Looks like they just wanna, maybe it's a manipulation they're doing, and they're gonna sell off at market open. That's what I think. The signal is telling me to be risk off, especially when there's so many gaps at the bottom without filling. So many gaps, unbelievable. Like this is S&P 500. Some really big gaps are here, even here. Nasdaq also. So first gap will probably, like, I know it's not easy, but from top to bottom, 4%, 5% away. Uh, Anyhow, we'll see when that time happens. But again, just be careful, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you're in profit, don't ruin your profit before year ends. Just hold it and only take trades that make sense. Okay, take care. Bye.